Since you're watching this, I'm betting you know that movement and exercise are key components to recovering from injury or chronic bodily pain. And you know, recovery is a process that takes time, effort, and patience. And over the 25 years that I've been in practice, I've noticed 3 big mistakes that people commonly make when they're on the road to recovery. I want to share those with you today so you don't fall into the same traps. But first, the disclaimer. Number 1, the exercise feels easy, so you stop doing it. Now that's a mistake that's based on the faulty belief that if an exercise feels easy, it's not really doing anything. And if it's not really doing anything, then there's no need to practice it. But it's faulty because often at the beginning of a rehab or post-rehab exercise program, a practitioner is going to give you simpler exercises to set the stage for more complex exercises in the future. For instance, they may give you exercises to activate or wake up a muscle that has been underutilized or even deactivated during your injury or during your pain. And if you fail to practice that exercise, then it means that down the road, when you're given a more complex exercise where you need to use that area, you need to use that muscle, it's not there and you wind up compensating. That can lead to setbacks and pain and frustration that you simply don't need. So make sure and practice all your exercises, even if they're too easy. And if you have doubts, ask your practitioner what the objective is and let them share it with you. That'll help you keep going and stay on track. Number 2, you do more sets and reps or you use more weight than what was prescribed. Now, this one's based off the false premise that if some is good, more is better. And I see this one a lot. When you're given a recommendation on how much repetition to do of a given exercise or how much weight to use, it's a lot like the dosage your doctor might prescribe for a medication. So if you do too little or you take too little medication, you may not get the desired effect. In fact, you probably won't get the desired effect. On the other hand, if you take too much medication or you do more than what's prescribed, then it may actually do harm. So remember, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So stick to your guidelines. Number 3, you stop doing your exercises as soon as the pain goes away. Now, this one's based on the faulty belief that once your pain is gone, the exercises are no longer necessary. This mistake reminds me a lot of the rule of thumb that you need to finish your regimen of antibiotics even after you're feeling better. And you know, with regard to antibiotics, doctors often warn that if you don't finish your regimen, then you could be in for a rebound effect, meaning that your illness comes back very aggressively. And likewise, when you're using exercise as part of your recovery program, if your pain is resolved through the exercise and then you stop doing them, your pain will likely come back. It might not come back with a vengeance, or it could, because you're returning to the environment that created the pain in the first place. When you take the exercise away, you're going back into whatever movement or non-movement environment you were in that led to your pain in the first place. So it's very important that you continue to do your exercises and see your program all the way to the end. And at the end, it's always a good idea to ask your practitioner what types of movement and exercises should you keep in your daily routine so that you can prevent injury and pain in the future. If you found these tips helpful and would like to learn more about how you can resolve back pain with movement and exercise, then you'll want to click on that link in the description below to save your seat for my next free, live, online workshop, Unlocking Back Pain with Movement. I look forward to seeing you there.